I told you that your OCD is an outlet you created to hide your reality. Even though the outlet is causing pain at the moment, you created it to hide the bigger symbolic pain inside your mind. However, if you have been suffering from OCD for a long time, it is likely that the pain caused by OCD has become more intense than the original pain you wanted to hide. At the beginning, it seemed better to deal with your pain with OCD. Now the tail is wagging the dog. We can try to stop your symptoms so that we can find out the things your OCD has been hiding. You might even get healed in the process, by finding out your hidden emotions and relieving them. This is the technique called emotional diversification after symptom removal. It starts with imagining the condition without your obsessive symptoms. It is hard to induce people like you who have OCD to go into immersed state. It is because your scared brain is already immersed in the obsessive symptoms of yours. The condition without your obsessive symptoms will feel new to you because your body has been taking them for granted. This is why you need to concentrate as much as possible and make effort to imagine the condition without the symptoms. You have to wait and see what it feels like. Because you believe that you will feel happy if only your symptoms are gone, you are likely to feel momentary joy and freedom. But as I have seen in many cases, you will slowly start to feel negative emotions. These are the anxiety you will feel without your OCD. It is to be noted that you will feel anxious even after you freed yourself from your OCD. If you do not feel negative emotions right after you get rid of your obsessive symptoms, we can wait or induce you to feel and concentrate on them. When you start to feel those emotions, I will help you divide them into bigger categories such as anger, hatred, sadness and shame. After that, we will subdivide the big categories into more detailed emotions. I prefer giving options so that you can choose the ones you resonate with. For example, I once had a patient who felt constrained and angry at the same time when I used the symptoms removal technique on him. He had a rough feeling on his chest and became red in color. Among the options I provided, he chose 6 emotions: troublesome, painful, agonizing, disgusting, scary and angry. The troublesome feeling was evoked by the pain he was suffering because of his symptoms. He also remembered the moment he felt it in the past. It was the moment he had with his friend. It was related to a personal meaning of that emotion. Likewise, he remembered the moments he felt other emotions in the past, including the moment he was loved and acknowledged only when he got good grades, the moment he was criticized of not being able to achieve something that was related to his symptoms, the moment he was angry at himself for not being able to achieve it, and the moment he was choked by his own face. After that, he analyzed the meanings of such moments and learned to accept them. Multiple emotions can be evoked by a single event. A collection of multiple events can also evoke a single emotion. What a counselor needs to do is to help each patient divide their emotions depending on the situations they are in. The emotions found after the symptom removal are highly likely to be the ones that have been hidden. This means that they are the emotions which should have been experienced a long time ago. I told you that hidden emotions are crucial. As people develop obsessive symptoms to hide the suppressed emotions of theirs, emotional diversification after symptom removal technique can be very effective in helping patients to find and relieve such emotions. When they find intense emotions related to their traumas, it is important to help them physically relieve them step by step. Few of them have hard time facing such emotions at one go. When dealing with these people, it is better to take a gradual approach. One of my patients told me that she felt free as a bird after she completed her symptom removal process. As you can see, your fear created by OCD is the reason you made to avoid the fear you should have expressed in the past. Of course, this isn't everything about your fear. But I am sure that it will be of help to you to alleviate your symptoms to a certain extent. On the contrary, I also have met patients who found their rigid faiths after the symptom removal. Another patient of mine told me that he felt merry and happy right after we tried the technique, but after a little while he felt the remainder of uneasy emotions. I asked him what was the thing he felt uneasy about. He told me that he was feeling uneasy about the possibility of himself behaving as he pleased. His uneasy emotions were related with the fear of causing harm to other people by living as he wished, the fear of hurting someone's feelings by revealing his emotions, the fear of other people blaming him for hurting their feelings, as well as the fear of being ostracized as a result. These were the inflexible faiths related to his fear. He needed his obsessive symptoms not to be afraid. It was the fear created by imagining himself acting like an unruly adolescent, hurting someone and as a result being ostracized, even though he was far from acting like that. This was what triggered his obsessive symptoms. I analyzed his rigid faith one by one with him to find the truth about them. It turned out that he had rightful faiths. It was just that they were fixed in the wrong way. He realized that it is okay to express emotions as long as he does it in a healthy way. He also realized that he has to live as he wished, given that he does not damage other people's life. He did not have to feel guilty when someone blames him without proper reasons. It was that person who was doing wrong. He actually was the courageous person who was willing to act. He remembered that people used to compliment him for being righteous and considerate. He couldn't be flexible because he had been thinking in black and white. He was suppressed by his rigid faiths. Because the suppression was too strong, he had to hide his emotions. By finding the emotions created by his rigid faiths and by feeling the new emotions needed to think and behave as he wished, he freed himself from the self-made mold he was locked in. There are reasons behind every symptom. You evasively chose your OCD to protect yourself from pain. In a way, we can say that you succeeded at the beginning. However, even though you don't need it anymore because the situation you are in has changed, the alarm bell in the form of your obsessive symptoms keeps ringing. This is why you can find out the things you have been hiding by imagining and feeling the condition without OCD that has been causing you to be in pain. In other words, when you successfully imagine yourself without the outwardly displayed obsessive symptoms of yours, you will be able to find out the causes of your anxiety. By doing so, you will get to see the truth. You have to physically feel that it is easier to find out the true causes of your anxiety and face the truth. I am sure you will be able to do this.